Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. We are of course only days away from the snow melting on the New Horizons island, and from February 25th we'll see probably the biggest seasonal change you will experience when playing. Winter is of course almost over, at least in the northern hemisphere, which means the weather on our islands will shortly begin to change, with snowfall happening less until the snow melts, at which point we see rainfall instead, and of course a whole bunch of new weather phenomena which we'll get to. We see the transition of winter to spring during the last few days of the season, with February 23rd being the final day of heavy snowfall and February 24th being the final day of light snowfall. This is supposed to mimic the snowfall slowing down. Although weather is of course random, everyone has a 30% chance of light snowfall on February 24th, and is of course the last chance to catch any snowflakes in case you're looking to hoard any in your storage. The final day of winter also marks the last chance to encounter auroras for some time. Most players will see either light snowfall or an aurora on this day. Anyway, spring then officially starts in New Horizons on February 25th, at which point the snow will have completely melted and finally revealing the green grass we're all excited to see again. Once the snow has melted, our New Horizons islands are of course opened up to all new weather phenomena that many players wouldn't have experienced yet. The most notable of course being rainfall, which falls instead of snow. During the first month of spring you're more likely to see lighter rainfall though, with heavier rain more common in the summer. This is simply because there's a greater chance to encounter light rainfall before the cherry blossom season in April. Anyway, with rainfall now occurring on our islands, we also get to experience both rainbows and double rainbows. These typically occur for a short time during hours after rainfall, but it is still random. Now of course the most important change in weather once the winter is over and the rainfall begins are thunderstorms, which are super impressive in New Horizons to say the least. During rainfall there is a chance you'll experience thunderstorms as well as lightning. Hearing the thunderstorms and seeing the lightning whilst it's raining on the New Horizons island is a pretty immersive experience. The thunder can be super loud and the lightning can literally light up an entire island for a few seconds as it strikes. Now thunderstorms are of course random and, like the rainfall, only occur during the hour of that rainfall, so they are pretty hard to encounter because they can be easily missed depending on when you play and how long you play for. Furthermore, I believe the thunderstorms are more likely to occur when there's heavy rainfall falling on the island, which means they are pretty rare during the spring. That said, they are random, so there'll be islands out there that experience thunderstorms on the first day. As the weeks go by and the cherry blossom season comes and goes and the summer season begins, heavy rainfall becomes much more common, with thunderstorms occurring more often too. So if you miss a thunderstorm in spring, you'll likely see one during the heavy rainfall later in the year. As always, thank you so much to the patrons and channel members for supporting this content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.